Yay, there we go. All right. So, yeah, I'm just currently on their website looking for the instructions on how to properly install the enclosure. How you doing, Vince? Good to see you, sir. Let's just look up Magneto X enclosure installation. Captain Kern, good evening. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. There we go. All right, now we've got the proper page up here. So, bam, there's the proper page with the enclosure setup instructions. You receive your enclosure kit, open the package. Package contains the acrylic, aluminum screws, hinges, and other items are needed for the enclosure in the box. And then it'll be a matter of putting on the panels, putting on the doors and the hinges, assembling the top piece, and then putting everything on the top piece. Assembly steps. Mine is potentially different from this. We'll find out. But then there's the installing the hinges, putting the screws in, getting everything set up with all the hinges on it, and then putting on the handles. All right. Bag of M3x6 screws to put the hinges on or put the panels on. Bottom panel B, bottom panel B, bottom panel B. Okay, so there's B1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there's the top stuff. And then, of course, the hinges for the top panel. And then the horizontal beam. Relocate the spool. All right, so this is going to be all kinds of interesting, huh? Well, now, vertical beam connectors to connect the top. M3x6s. Lots of M3x6s in this build. M4x8s to hold the top acrylic on. So the top acrylic goes on, and then there's tape because it's cut in pieces. And then, of course, like everything, team lift, but I'm a team of one. And then here's the adapter that goes through the acrylic panel for the filament to feed in. Because I got something in the mail today. Central 3D reached out and asked me if I'd be interested in checking out their PLA or their ABS Plus. So I said, sure, send me a roll of green. And they said, sure, here's a roll of green. So they sent me a roll of their green. So Central 3D, thank you for that. I figure might as well put the enclosure on this thing. I am wearing a hoodie and it is like 73 degrees. So I am a little stuffy today because the weather is sticky. So I may for a moment run inside and put on a t-shirt. I don't think you guys want to see all this topless. So top BCD. I'm not sure what top BCD means, but there's this top BCD block that apparently gets mounted in here. Bottom B, bottom C. Oh, so these are just little screws that you put inside to keep the panels from wobbling. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, let's go back up near the top here and we'll kind of go down. We'll get the package opened and kind of follow along. Oof, I should probably find a t-shirt because I am sweating. Let's unlock that, come down so I'll find my face. By the way, did you guys see the Dapper Dan duck at 500%? Tis a big duck. Tis a big old ducky, and I'm actually shocked my wife let me take him and bring him back out here. We got to find somewhere to put him, though, so he's out of the way. I got all kinds of craziness planned. Yeah, I probably should have put on a t-shirt first. Da Vinci, good to see you. 86 and humid here. Yeah, it's 70 something and very humid here today because we got nothing but rain all day. The weather was terrible. Southern Illinois got over a dozen tornadoes already today. So thankfully that's Southern Illinois and not us. And so far I haven't heard of any major issues from that. So, you know, fingers crossed, nobody was hurt. Just trying to clean up a little bit so I have some room to spread some parts out, because my office, as you guys know, is a little cluttered. I probably should just built the thing off screen, because there's really no easy way to do this and not get in my own way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be in my own way this whole stream, and I know it. So we're going to try. We're going to try. Put all that back over there out of the way. The nice part is I have some ABS I can use now. Going to storm there soon. Yeah, probably all the stuff that was blowing through Illinois into Indiana and then making its way to you. So yeah, be careful, because like I said, the stuff that came through Southern Illinois brought lots of twisties. I had to clear some stuff off of my enclosure box here. Let me get this stuff out the way. Find me, camera, find me. You find me again? There we go. All right. Put this in the chair. Okay. It's a big box of stuff, guys. It's a big box of stuff. Get that out of the way. Here's the bag of hardware. The big bag of hardware. The PTFE tube, which in the pictures keep showing blue, but I keep getting white. So it must be from the first round. What do we got here? Here's those 3D printed parts for the vertical beam connector, printed in PETG-CF. And then let's see if we can get all the panels out. There's the panels. Here's that lovely tape. Have I told you guys today that I don't want to do this? I am not feeling this today. If I haven't, I'm not feeling this today. So bear with me. I'm just going to kind of push through and make myself do it. These extrusions for this printer are just insane. Like, this is solid. I'm afraid to build it, actually, because that's adding more weight to this creaky table here. So I'm afraid to kind of build this for fear that I might, you know, accidentally take my table out. That is a lot more weight I'm going to be adding. Holy cow. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of weight. And then even like these like corner pieces, like look at this. Look at that. Look how thick that is. And it's just a tiny little piece, and this thing is girthy. But like this piece will sit here. Brings it up this much higher. You know? Vertical beam A, which means this one's probably vertical beam B. Nope, this one's D. Vertical beam D. Is this one vertical beam B? Yeah, B. So here's A and B vertical beams. So, you know, again, you got to build these out. And then you got to put in your 3D printed parts. Wow. This thing is, she's going to be a big one. Definitely a heavy ass printer. There is no getting around that. All right, so bottom side C panels go on the rear, C1, C2. Bottom side D go on the right side, B go on the left side, and A obviously go on the front. Good morning, Rob. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And then, of course, when you build out the frame, same thing. A on the front. You got your A vertical, your D vertical. So your A and D vertical, your B vertical, C vertical. You guys can't see any of this, sorry. Let me go back here. But there you go. Paul Cumber, good to see you, man. Gang, I may seriously put you guys on a brief intermission while I go try to find a t-shirt, because I am sweating profusely in this hoodie. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I've been hiding in my office at work all day, and have the AC on in there, so nice and chilly. Even at 74, there was no humidity, and it's the humidity right now that's kicking my butt. So please enjoy muted audio and stare at the printer for a few till I get back. So give me just a few. I'm not gonna like do the thing, but I'm gonna mute myself so you guys aren't stuck listening to the birds chirping and my dog barking. So I'll be right back. I will. Just bear with me. There. I'll put the mic on my bill of my hat and annoy everybody because it'll be like right here, this little fuzzy thing. Yeah. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do is get the enclosure going. So let's unlock the camera so it can follow me around, go back here and go back to here. And then it can kind of follow me while I work on stuff. So we have all these panels here. We got to get this stuff unwrapped. and then kind of go through the panels. I think I'm going to build the frame up first. The instructions don't really, it's more of a, this is where these parts go from what I'm seeing. So we'll just kind of do that. We'll just kind of, this is where parts go, make it happen. You know. There we go. I knew I had a kniff. There. Ooh. Okay. Get everything unwrapped a little bit. Can you aim down a bit? No. There you go. They use a massive zip tie here. Like, this thing is a beast. But this is just the panels. I'm sorry I'm not all like super chatty, guys. We'll get into it more as I'm working on this thing. I'll talk more, I'm sure. Side note, if you can assist me financially in my adventures to Murph this weekend, Sunday specifically, and potentially Saturday, PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo links are all in the Linktree, which is linked below. Please feel free to click on there, send a little bit of money, and say, see you at Murph, and I will be there. Some way, somehow, I'm going to get there, but if I can alleviate some of the financial strain, great. And if you're interested in buying the switch wire off of me and are going to be at Murph, feel free to tell me how much you're willing to pay for it, and I will bring the switch wire with me. And by switch wire, I mean the Hulk. Lots of panels there, Dan. It's going to be playing jigsaw pieces. Yes, it will be. Yes, by the way, Luke, good to see you, Digital Dragon. Hope you're doing well, good sir. This just says top panel, I think it says A1, which would be this one here, so that it can go here and be able to clear this. But there is the issue of the cables, so I'm not sure how that part works, but there's that. So there's this, and then here's A2 and A3 and side panel B, top, and then the bottom panels. And these are the ones I was kind of looking for first, were the bottom panels, because these are the ones that I was going to put on first, because the bottom is already built. So I was going to put these bottom panels on first, because then that's less crap up here. I can get these off of here. So let me take all my top panels out of the way. Top panels go that way. Bottom side D, which again, you guys remember D was this side. And if you don't remember, now you know, D is this side. That is interesting that the camera is kind of in the way there. I would have thought it wouldn't be. But anyway, there's 1D panel. So this is D2, D1, bottom panel 1, bottom panel 2 for B, bottom panel 3, bottom panel 4, then bottom panel side A, bottom panel side A. These are the door panels. Okay, so the door panels, we have to take the plastic off, install the hinges. There's a routed out or little bit of a routed out edge there. Follow the manual, Dan. You should be fine. Yeah, but I can't really follow the panel too much, or the instructions too much. We will follow them to the best of our ability. So we need to get the hinges out. And then first prepare the pink Allen wrench, which my pink Allen wrench is right there. Okay. It does show that the plastic is off of this side when they're putting the hinges on. So let's, for right now, at least take this side off. Because in the picture I'm seeing, this is off. Icon! Good to see you. Just installing some panels on the big boy. I'm digging through everything here. There we go. The bag of all the parts. We need the hinges. And we need the M3 by 6s. There's the door handles. We'll need these too. So the door handles, take them out. Move all this stuff out of the way. Get that up out of the way. Get that out of the way. Grab my Allens. It says the pink one. So we'll need the pink one. Get this stuff out of the way for the moment. There's a lot of stuff that came with this printer. A lot. And I just want to make some room. Handles, hinges, dump out everything else. There we go. Okay, so here is some iron patch and some tiny little magnets. We know what those are going to probably be for, huh? Here's the pneumatic fitting and then the little nut. Put those to the side. Let's see here. M4 by 8s, M3 by 6s. These are the socket head screws, 50 pieces, countersunk, 8. Okay, so this is showing you'll need to prepare the pink Allen wrench with the M3 by 6 screws. The placement of the hinge in the acrylic is as follows. Okay, so if anybody's interested and wants to see, there you go. This is where we're at right here, because this just shows laying it out and putting all the hinges on, and that's where we're at. So we're starting with one door right now, the door that's there, which is the bottom door A. You look, this is actually A2, and then here's A1. So they're, got to do them both. So we're going to just do one, then do the other. It'll be fine. I don't think in the order exactly is going to matter, considering the process is pretty much the same. Okay, so let's see here. Yep, in that cutout edge, put 2 screws through into the tapped hinge. The hinge is got one set of holes that are tapped here. Let me come back here. One set of holes that are tapped, so you can put the screw through. The other side is open because this side goes into the frame, because there are holes in the frame. So this side goes through the glass or the acrylic. But Icon, it is good to see you. Okay, so we pick this up, put the screw through the hole. We're probably going to have to take now I'm looking at it, we're going to have to take this protective coating off the back side too, because we don't want it in the way when we're putting the screws in. I'm going to start it by finger first. Okay. We're just putting them through and starting them by finger. Here, let's do this. There you go. See, there's 2 little holes in here. If we push this through, start it by hand. Just hand tighten them for now. There. Just hand tightened for now. And there's one. grab the next ones, do the same. As previously mentioned, I will be at Midwest this weekend. I am going Sunday for sure. If finances line up and I can find somewhere to stay, I will be there Saturday evening as well. But for right now, I am just banking on and telling everyone I will see you Sunday. I'm going to get up early Sunday and drive straight through the 3.5 hours. So whoever's going to be at Murph, when you see me, if it's Sunday morning, know that I drove 3.5 hours through the morning, 3.5 hours through the morning to be there with you. So love me, cherish me, and don't be mad at me. Okay, so there's A, B, or A2, and let's go ahead and get A1 now done. Take this off and get this side off now. Take this little protective layer off here. And as previously mentioned, if anybody would like to, would like a switch wire, make me an offer. You'll be shocked if I say yes or no. Just make me a reasonable offer on the switch wire, and the switch wire could be yours. So if you want the Hulk could be yours. The Hulk is my green and purple space gray frame, LDO motors, switch wire. So it could be yours. Just make me an offer. You will be shocked. I could potentially say yes, as long as it's a not super ignorant offer. Not saying I have friends that would ever do that. Right, guys? Love y'all. Are you guys enjoying it more like this, or should I go down more? Like this? And then zoom in another, like that. Is that better if I do that? Does this work better for you guys? So you can see what I'm doing a little bit more. M3x6 screws and the hinges that come in the kit. That's where we're at currently. This printer is going to be so friggin' heavy with the enclosure on it. I'm going to have to see how much more this enclosure adds to the overall weight. Does anybody know, or could anybody Google that for me real quick to let me know how much more weight this thing is going to gain? Because with the panels and the lid or the top cover on, I do kind of fear, and I will have to remember to tighten these down a little bit more after the fact. But the door panels are, the bottom door panels are now done. So there's that. The top door panels, I think, are the next things on the list. It does show all of the panels. So it says, follow the above method, fixing the hinges to all 6 acrylic pieces. Now, what were the other 2? Because it says bottom side A1 and 2. Oh, okay. So top side A1, A2, bottom side A1, A2, and then D1 and D2. So bottom side D1, D2. Let's see, that's C. C. These are the top panels. Oh, here are the A panels. We'll put them to the side. And then the D panels, which are this one and this one. Okay, so the D panels, so the side panels over here, you guys can't tell, but this side, the side panels have hinges, and the front here, you can see the holes where the front screw in. What's the shipping weight of the box? I don't know, Vince. I'd have to go looking. I don't have the box in here anymore. So I'll have to look and see. But it's, well, actually the shipping weight of the lid box is right here. So hold on. One problem I'm already seeing. Let's hope that this, there we go. Okay. They have some hot glue on here for some reason. Let me look on this box and see if there's a shipping weight. Reference, package ID, package 1 pieces. No weight on there. No weight on there. There's no shipping weight anywhere on the box, good sir. That's messed up. They have no shipping weight on here. Okay. Well, not a big deal. We'll figure that part out later. Let's get the let's get this guy on, like, stripped down, right? Stand that up. And again, for anybody who's just popping in, I am currently wearing my Magneto X shirt. For those who don't know, that was Magneto 10. But you guys are all pretty smart, so I'm sure you all knew that already, huh? Okay, grab 2 screws and a hinge. Okay, 2 screws, 1 hinge. Sounds like the makings of an internet video, don't it? 2 screws, 1 hinge. Careful what you wish for. These hinges, for as small as they are, feel kind of beefy for such a little, little thing. Like I said, I will tighten them down after the fact. Right now, it's just a matter of getting them together. This one's a little gritty, but that's okay. It's going to be on the side panel, so it won't be such a big deal. Such a big deal. I'm going to flip this one around this way. I'll give you $5. Paul Cumber, almost, man. No, the way I look at it is we'll be hurting. So if anybody can help, it'll be great. It's like every year I go to this thing. I'm always going to this thing hurting for money. I know everybody else is too. So that's why I'm not expecting anything, because love you guys. Don't expect anything. Just if it happens, it happens kind of a thing. You know how that goes. Okay. There is one side panel D. Here's the other side panel D. I just, realistically, if nobody's interested in it, I don't want to bring it with, because I don't want to have the extra, carrying it around. So if somebody was interested in it, then I would bring it, That's all. Because right now, as it stands, I'm bringing a bunch of printers, and depending on if I come Saturday night or not, would depend on what all I need for space in my vehicle, because depending, I may have to sleep in my vehicle. And if I have to sleep in, well, it's actually going to be my mom's SUV. Again, I take my mom's Explorer for these trips because mom's got an Explorer. Explorers have lots of room, and if I have to sleep in it, it gives me plenty of space to spread out. So I come Saturday night and can't find a couch to crash on. I sleep at the fairground in my vehicle. That's what I do. We just don't let them know that I'm sleeping in my vehicle. And if I can park somewhere with an extension cord, that's even better, because I can plug in a power strip and charge my phone and have my laptop to kind of watch some videos on in the evening till I pass out. Then wake up at the butt crack of dawn and get into the event and hang out till everybody gets there. Check everything out, see everybody, shake hands, all that fun stuff. Give hugs, and to those who at least want to see me. For those who don't care if I'm there or not, well, that's fine. To each their own. I'm not for everybody, I know that. There's a small group of people who like me and what I do. There's a little bit larger group of people who tolerate me because I'm a part of the community. And then there's a larger group of people who just don't care either way. There we go. Panels are addressed. Now we got to do the top 2 panels for the screen. And all right, let's get these top 2 panels. So we need the top 2 panels, which were, again, A1 and 2. Let's see here. This one is A1 and this one is A2. There's this one, A3. Oh, because then there would be A3. Oh, because it depends on how you mount the screen. That's right. Because there's A1 and A2, but then there's also A3, because if you mount the screen somewhere else, I forget where, I think if you move the screen all the way to the top, I'm looking real quick. Yeah, because there's the holes up there for that. So if you move the screen all the way to the top, you would then use A1 and A3, and then you would have a fully sealed top. And then the screen itself would not be exposing anything. That's right, because it doesn't show that here in these instructions. But there's a A1 and A2, and then there's an A3 because shaking babies and kissing hands. Yep, Rob, right on. So let me show you guys this real quick here. But in the instructions, it shows that we're supposed to do the hinges for A1 and A2, but there's also an A3 that has a hinge on it as well, which is not for the D side. It's for A. You have A1 and A2, but then there's also A3, because if you move in one of these rail pieces, let me look here real quick. Yeah, like in the rail piece here, you've got the two holes to put the screws through. You got one here and one here to move the screen up to the top. That way you can move the whole screen just right up here. You guys can't see a stinking thing. Hold on. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's zoom way the heck out. Let me zoom all the way out. Okay. So like the screen is mounted right here. You would move this up, and then you would move the screen up onto here instead. So then you would have the screen completely out of the way here, so that when you open these doors and these doors, you can get in and not have the screen in the way, because it would sit up even higher. I think for right now, I'm going to leave the screen here and use the slotted plexi for right here. Just for right now, we'll see how I like it. If I don't like it, we can move it up and swap out the panel. Not a big deal. So for right now, we're going to go with just the standard A and B, or 1 and 2. Sorry, A1 and A2. We'll keep A3 just in case. Top A3. But yeah, so this one would go here if we had the actual screen out of the way. Then you could actually open all the way up with this out of the way. But for now, we'll hang on to that and come back. We'll come back to that later. But here is top panel A2. Top panel A2. Let's get this one de-plasticed. Yeah. We're getting all the hinges on because Luke said to follow the directions. So we're going to follow Luke's directions and follow the directions. So if it's wrong, it's Luke's fault. If I did something wrong in the end, we blame Luke. Everybody blame Digital Dragon if I do it wrong. He can't deny it if everybody says he's wrong, right? If we all blame him, then he's wrong, right? Right. This set of holes is smaller. That one fits through there. And that one fits through there. But this one has smaller holes. Okay, well, it went through. Tell my wife. My wife tells me I'm wrong all the time. So I'm good with that. Digital Dragon, you know I love you, man. You are my estranged brother. I do have a few guys in this community. I say brother a lot, but there are a few guys in this community that are truly like family to me. And Digital Dragon, Maker Viking, 3D Medic Vince, you three definitely are there. And there's a lot of you that are family. You've come to the channel recently or have been here for a little while, and you're still definitely like family to me. I still love you guys. And thank you guys for the support. So I definitely am thankful for all of you guys. There we go. I will never, ever say that I don't have a great community. The ones who come to these streams and watch me be an idiot and enjoy themselves and have a good time. Thank you for tolerating my stupidity, watching me enjoy my, learn from my mistakes and enjoy my faults. There we go, right? Learn from my mistakes and enjoy my faults. Okay. And then these two go like so. And then we have the panel for the screen side here. Got a train coming through. Can you guys hear that in the background, or is my noise cancellation actually working pretty good today? I told my wife this might be like a 2 or a 3 hour stream tonight. Thanks, Paul. I do love you, man. You are a good one. You've been around for a long, long time as well. So I do thank you, brother, for all the support. Okay, let's get a couple more screws out here. Whoops. Went a little crazy on that one. But like I said, I'm just finger tightening all these screws. I will come back afterwards with the wrench and tighten everything down. I just want to make sure we're going to have everything moving smoothly before we go cranking anything into place. You know what I mean? And it seriously, so far, has not been crazy. It's just put the screws through the holes and you're good to go. Except for that one. There's the two holes that were a little tight on that one, but the other ones were pretty good, and we got everything together. Just finger tightening everything. The top part of the frame will have to build out at some point, but there we go. This handle hole, the drill did not go all the way through. So when it comes to putting the handle in, I hope we're able to do that. Let me see something here real quick. Okay. Whew. It was just, yep, we just had to knock this little bit out there. You saw it fall. There we go. Okay. So there's that. Of course, they're talking about assembling the top. I cannot do that just yet. I need counter space. So we will assemble the top after we put, because in the picture then they show the actual side panels on. So let's put the side panels on. What screws do we use? The 3x6s again. Okay. Let's see something here. That's what I thought. 3x6 using the green. Yep. Okay. So M3x6s, we're going to put all these side panels on going around. Well, at least the front door panels we'll put on first. The top panels we'll put on after the fact because then we have to tape everything, but it's M4x8s with the blue. That puts the top assembly together. I want to put the bottom panels on first there, fellas. Come on now. Let's not, like, nowhere in here does it show the bottom panels going on first anyway. Like, it just shows assemble the top and put it on. So, like, okay. So since it's not telling me when to put the side panels on, we're just going to put the side panels on now. Okay, you need the install bottom A and bottom D sides. You need the M3x6 with the green wrench. Okay, M3x6 with the green wrench. We need to put the A and the D sides on. These are the D sides. These are the A sides based on how we stacked everything. The magnets are already in place there. Good. They actually hold it so that I can do this. You guys see this? Let me zoom in. Do I need to zoom in and then scoot over a little bit this way? There we go. See, the magnets are already in place to hold that. So now it's just a matter of lift it into place put one screw in, get my head out of your way. There we go. We're not tightening yet. We're just putting one screw in each hinge at the moment, just to kind of hold them in place. There we go. Just one hinge in each one. There we go. Okay. Grab 2 more screws for the moment. And get this one in. Like I said, loose fit for right now. The big problem we're going to have is installing these panels on the D side here. You guys aren't going to be able to see nothing because it's against the counter, so I'm going to have to finesse myself. I'll back that up and you can just watch me from a distance. You the one that got me into 3D printing. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry I did that to you. Oh, you silly, silly guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. COVID was a tough time and a lot of us were streaming, so I'm thankful that, you know, you saw something in me. Let's see. Yeah. My biggest thing is I just like enjoy doing what I do, and I want others to feel the same way, you know. Whoops, I keep forgetting it's backwards. There we go. I was putting these 2 in, guys. I just enjoy 3D printing. I love the community. The people in the community are amazing. So I want more people to experience this community and everything that the 3D printing community has to offer. So I always just, I want people to be happy and enjoy themselves, you know? There we go. And if you enjoy 3D printing and you want to be a part of this community, do it. Get a 3D printer, join the community, you know? If you don't, I understand it, man. Not everything is for everyone. You know? Not everything is for everyone. This should make this thing a lot quieter, too. And I should have put the damn handles on because I just realized I didn't put the handles on the damn thing. So let's pull the handles out so we can at least get the handles on there, huh? It's a nice hobby. It's a really good hobby to annoy the ever-living shit out of you. Plain and simple. What screws do these handles use? Let me see. Where did it show the handles going on? Because I don't recall. There we go. Handles. Important. Installs. Okay. The handle uses an M4x8. Okay. M4x8. There we go. The M4x8s. 2 of those. And then the blue one. The blue one. Pop the panel open. Stick the M4x8 through. Screw this thing down. Okay. We'll have to tighten those so that they quit dancing, but there we go. One handle on. Chris Travis, good to see you, sir. I'm glad I get to see you this weekend. Sunday to be exact, I'll be there, so I'm going to look forward to seeing you on Sunday, sir. I believe that was you I saw that had posted that you were going to be there, so I do look forward to seeing you there. Tighten that one. Tighten that. There we go. Panel on. The front cover is on. Okay, let me zoom back out just a little bit here. And zoom up a little bit. There we go. That way we can kind of keep working. However, if you guys haven't tried it yet, you're looking forward to a Dan hug? Me too. I'm looking forward to a Dan hug too. Dan Adams, that is. Get a hug from that man. Get me some jambalaya. Some delicious jambalaya. The Dan Adams special. Then, of course, you know, second in line is my my Luke one. I got to get my Digital Dragon hug too. You're looking forward to Friday and Monday off. Chris Travis, I don't want to make you guys jealous with what I did today. Okay, I got some vacation time. Let's just put it that way. And we have, like I said, we have the gender reveal and stuff going on this weekend, so I cannot come out any earlier than Saturday night. Okay. So that being said, I can't come out any earlier than Saturday night, depending on how things work out and if the finances line up and I can find somewhere to stay and all that other good jazz. You guys know. But if nothing else, Sunday for sure, come hell or high water, I will be there Sunday to deliver some goods to some folks, see some people, shake some babies, kiss some hands, all that fun stuff. And yeah. But no, I may or may not have taken, tomorrow I'm off regardless because Juneteenth. So I'm off tomorrow. I may have taken Friday and Monday off. So I may have a 5-day weekend to actually semi-relax, semi-enjoy. So this is pretty cool. For me, it's cool because I don't really get that very often. So really looking forward to it. Okay, let's see. That's in place. It's on there. Let's grab a couple of these M3s. Not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab the green. Come around the backside here without knocking anything over. Don't want to bump into somebody's FL Sun super racer that they've got sitting behind me here that I got to bring out to them. There. I have one screw securing it. I cannot see the chat right now. It's too far away. It's too small and my eyes are too bad. So I'm going to assume that everybody was cheering me on there and that's what that says. It says, way to go, Dan. Good job. Woohoo. Don't forget, if you like what you see, you want to tolerate me a little bit more, please feel free to gift memberships. I prefer gifted memberships over super chats, but if you want to give me a super chat, I'm not going to say no. Or a super sticker. Not gonna say no to however you want to do it, but if you like what you see and you're not a member and you want to become a member, feel free. If you guys take and fill out the Google Rewards, if you have Android, join Google Rewards, you can get Google Play money, and you can use your Google Play money to do things like I did last night on the Lee Marie stream, where I gifted a membership because I had Google Play money. It's not real money for me, but it is for them. Stop it. Yeah, some extra vacation left. Only working today and work tomorrow this week. Nice, Chris Travis. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. I was going to work tomorrow and float my holiday to Friday. So I was going to be off and float my holiday till tomorrow or to Friday. But then I decided, no, I have the holiday and I have like 2 vacation days left. And the end of the month is coming up and I still have a couple of sick days and some other stuff that I can use if I need it. If I absolutely need it, I've got a couple more days. So let's just go ahead and burn up those vacation days. So that is what I did. I burned up the 2 vacation days I had left and took Friday and Monday off. So, I mean, I'm getting my vacation days reset in July 1. So it's not like using those last 2 days means I'm out till December. July 1st is the start of the fiscal year for the school. So everything resets in July. You'll be bringing one of those Chromebooks that I gave you. Got it set up as your travel laptop. Nice, Chris Travis. Nice. Hey, I got some newer ones. Look it up if you're interested. Look up Dell Chromebook 3100 series. They're 11-inch Dell. See if you can do anything with that and let me know. I can bring you one. Those are newer than the old Acers, but the old Acers still work. So if you're happy with it and you enjoy it, enjoy, you know. Let me tighten these down now so I don't have to worry about them accidentally popping open or, loosening over time with the shake, rattle, and roll of this whole freaking countertop. There we go. And then that one opens, that one opens. There we go. And then we just have to remember to tighten them because, oh, we pulled the screw, or the magnet popped out of that one. That's wonderful. So I'm going to have to get a little adhesive and put that, and kind of glue that magnet back in there. That magnet popped out. Wonderful. Okay. Well, let's loosen these real quick here. Hold on. Loosen and loosen. Tighten and tighten. Yeah, that magnet came out of there. So I have to put a little bit of some super glue up in that top part back there. Chris Travis retracted something. Yeah, family. Yeah, you're familiar with the Dells. Very interested in those. If you are offering, I'll bring a couple with me. Speaking of Chromebooks, with the Prusa Easy Print, you can slice. Yeah, you can slice it and send it right from a Chromebook now. So if anybody's interested in Chromebooks, let me know. I might have access to some. Wink, wink. Dell Chromebook 3100 series. If you're interested, let me know. Price would be reasonable. Let's just say the more I bring, the cheaper, or the more people interested, the cheaper they become. How's that sound for an answer? Is that a good answer? The more people interested, the cheaper they become, because then I can just get rid of a bunch. All right. So the door handles are installed. The doors are installed. Now we got to put the B bottom 1 and 2, which are the ones with the slits in them. B bottom 3, B bottom 4, B1, B2. That makes no friggin' sense. There is a B1, B2, B3, B4, and in the diagram, there's no, here's the C panels. Okay, so there's the C panels. Why do I have, is there, like, in case you don't want the vented side? Is that what it is? Because that's what I'm saying, like, mine is different from the actual, like, diagram. Like, it is showing that I have B1 and B2, and B1 and B2 for me are the non-slotted sides. Like, this is bottom B1. There you go, bottom B1, bottom B2. They don't have the slots in them. Okay. Acrylic sheet certified. These are certified sheets. But then I have, I'm going to move the door parts off to the side for a minute. But then I have bottom B 3 and 4 that have the slot in them. And if I bring this back, you'll see, go back here, you can see that it says B1, B2 with the slot in the side. See, they got the slot in the side. So I'm assuming that based on whether you want to have air vent, you can use these if you want to have it vented or not. In my case, because I'm going to potentially do ABS and ASA in this, and by potentially I mean I'm going to avoid using these two for right now, and I'm going to go with the 1 and 2 like it says there. My 1 and 2 are going to be non-slotted or non-vented. So, yeah. So we have to take the spool holder off the side. So, because I don't want to preheat it, I'm just going to clip it and take my filament off the side here. Tuck this through here. Put this back on the shelf for now. And then we have to take the spool holder off the side, which was again the B, or the blue. Okay, loosen it. Then unscrew the 2 screws. Yeah, she got Windows 11 running on the Acer. Yeah, you did the Tiny 11, right? Wasn't that, I think is what you set up there, was like Tiny 11? Okay, take that off. Set that to the side with those 2 screws. And then we'll pop the clip out. Push down on here, pull this out. There. Take all this out of the way. We'll set this over here so I don't lose it. I'm probably going to forget where I put it, but yeah, I think you said it was Tiny 11 if I remember right. But anyway, all right. Now we have to put the B panels on, and to put those on, that's showing the hinges again. Oh, okay, here we go. The bottom B panels and C panels. It should be noted there were sent 4 pieces of the acrylic for the bottom series. If you purchase the Jetstream fan, which I don't have, please install the acrylic panels 3 and 4, which in my case are not 3 and 4. Or yeah, they are 3 and 4. Okay, so I'm not putting the jet fan on, so I don't need the jet fan panels. After installing the acrylic around it, use as... Okay. So, what screws did we use there? Doesn't say which screws to use, but I'm assuming, looking at the holes, it is going to be those same 3x6s. So let's grab the B panels 1 and 2 that don't have the holes for the Jetstream that we didn't put in there. LTX, what's going on, man? Hey, LTX, just so you know, it's hiding back here currently, but I did get a little something from Central 3D Printing tonight or today. Happened to get my hands on a roll of their green ABS Plus. So I'm putting the panels on so that I have an enclosed printer that we can utilize. Let's see here. That was panel 1, right? Yeah, or 2. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. Yep. Good. I don't want to drop the panel, so let's get some screws ready. The 3x6s. And then, of course, the green Allen wrench. Put 1 screw through so we can start it into its hole. There we go. This kit is really easy to install. Like, this printer was originally meant to be this way. You know it was, because there's no way this kit goes on this easy otherwise. They originally meant for it to be this way and then just sold it without for cost savings. I figured if you wanted to pay the extra, you could. Want me to send you the settings? You play around with it if you want to. If you want to. If and you want to. I mean, I'm not going to say no to nothing. Whoops, dropping wrenches. I'm wearing a hat so you guys can't see my bald spot. I'm not like blasting you out with my baldness. Okay. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. There we go. And then okay. Checking one thing here real quick. Let's go back. Okay, yeah, the whole sides go towards the frame, and they are. Good. Okay. Now let's grab the next one. Yep. There we go. Okay. And then again, holes go towards the outer edge. The additional holes anyway. There's that. Grab one screw so we at least have something to hold this in place. There we go. Now we can grab a couple more. Three and four. There we go. Oops. We only need three. I don't know why I grabbed four. I only need three. Because this one goes in here. This one goes right there. This one goes right here. There. Good. Side panel's on. The only thing that's left is this back panel, but we got to bend that in just a little because I noticed it's a little off. There we go. Okay. Now we got the back panel, which is 8 more screws and 2 larger panels, which is C bottom 1 and 2, which I am going to assume, because I am like that. Let's go back to the diagram here. C1 goes on the right, C2 goes on the left. We got to rip the plastic protection off, and let's just go back to the big camera. You guys don't need to worry about the instructions as much as you need to be able to see a little better, right? Yeah, you guys want to be able to see better what I'm doing. A little less on the, hey, stupid. It's very tiny. We can't see what you're doing exactly. Instructions is cheating. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. So. This one will go here. Dude, this thing is a girthy kind of, it's a very girthy thing. I only have 4 of these the screws left that I need. So something's not right here. Somewhere, some way, somehow, I'm short 3 M3 by, or 4 M3 by whatever's. So we'll put 2 in for right now just to hold this one. And we'll see if I can figure out why I'm short 4 more screws. Put that one there. Okay. And then let's get this one stripped off and at least get them on there. We can find other screws, I'm sure. Maybe it's not these M3s and it's the button head ones that I'm supposed to put on there. Because there is a shitload of button head ones. I wonder if the button heads were for the panels instead of these. Let me go back and look and see if it's anything about which screws, like the button heads or whatever. That's for those. Top cover, allow. Assembly, click here, scroll down, goes on. Okay, here, socket cap. The socket cap M3x8s used to install the acrylic with door handle in the main frame. The round head M3x6 is used to acrylic without the door handle in the frame. Okay, so yeah, it's these. So these M3s, these round-headed, the rounds, the M3 by, it says M3x8s are the cap head. M3x8s are used for the acrylic with the handle, frame handle on the main frame. The round
The round head M3x6 is used without the door handle. So I'm confused because that's on that side. That's there. So is it saying I'm supposed to use these in here? That would explain why I'm short a few then. Let's see. So let's take this one out. I mean, that would make sense. These are a little bit longer, so that would give it a little bit more bite into the frame. Let's see. Okay, well, all right. So the screws and the wrenches shown as listed below. Cap heads. No, because it's showing cap heads going into the frame for the hinge. So then no, the cap heads go in there. Says the socket head M3, the socket head M3x8s are used in the acrylic, to install the acrylic with the door handle in the main frame. The round head M3s are used to install the acrylic without the door handle. Okay, so yeah, I got it backwards. I got it backwards. Dudes, holy hell, how you been? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Falchon. So let's put this one back, and then we'll use these to hold the acrylics in. So we'll put this one back, and of course somebody would call me right now because I'm streaming. Oh, for crime in Italy. Give me a second, gang. I gotta mute you. Always a great time. Your daughter calls, you try to talk to her, you tell her you're having a stream, can I call you back? And then she gets upset. And then you're trying to talk to her and all she wants to do is cry. And then you're like, and then it's like, all right, then you get told just call her later. So I'm going to call her later. I'll talk to her and try and fix it. She knows Daddy's a streamer, and she knows Daddy works on printers and streams. She knows it can be time consuming. I'm flip-flopping screws for anybody who didn't catch that earlier. I put the wrong screws in on the side panels that did not have the handles. They say to use the button head ones or the round head, not the socket head. So I'm just taking them out one by one and replacing them as I go around so I don't have to worry too much. So we're replacing the screws with the proper screw for the proper part. Bear with me here a second, gang. I'll get over there and check the chat. I kind of getting away from myself here. Get a little discombobulated when, you know, family, you know, you get a little discombobulated. You think a little, you get, like your brain gets going before you think, kind of a thing. So bear with me. Okay. Set this down. Let me come over here and check on chat. What do we got? How are you supposed to give it the ugga-dugga with the small wrench? You should. Yeah, I'm not doing it built over, but I am not cracking these. I'm not cracking this acrylic panel, man. No way. Let's see. Put that in there. I'm not cracking these beautiful acrylics. Not really a fan of the dark acrylic. I don't care for the smoked look, but hey, you know what? The dark frame and the dark acrylic looks nice. So okay. Now we just got to get a couple more screws here for this backside. Put these two backside panels on. Let's get 4 of these screws for this one. The smoke lasers. Oh, the smoke lasers. Well, guess I can put this one in first. There we go. Oops, sorry, gang. Bear with me. Focused. Thinking in my head. Get this crap out of my mouth now. And it's also where I said my good advice. Right. Check in chat. Is that like check the mail? LOL. Yes. Checks in the mail. Check in chat. Checks in the mail. Oh, okay. Back to what we were doing here. Let's get these off now. Ooh, ooh, that could have been bad. Good thing that thing has a good grip on there. Oh, that could have been bad. You guys see that panel go winging out of my hand? Oh, imagine if that panel would have hit that ground. Even if it wouldn't have broke, I'm sure it would have scuffed it up nicely, huh? Stupid Dan. Okay. Okay. There we go. Put this guy in. And then it'll just be a matter of it's funny because they give you tape to tape the seams, but that would kind of take away from the overall aesthetic, don't you think? When you look at it and you see like tape. Okay, there's that. And actually, this seam's fitting pretty tight, so I'm not super duper worried about it. At least not right at the moment. I'm sure I will be at some point. Get that tightened down. There we go. One more, and then at least the printer's panels will be on, right? There we go. Okay, printer's panels are on. There is the matter of the, like the pieces to keep the center here from flexing that you gotta screw in. And of course the top pieces, we have to build out the top. Okay, those are on. That duck looks larger than you can fully see. Oh, yes, he is massive, Bob. Massive. Look at that. Here's my head. Here's the ducky. He is bigger than my head. So big old 500% Dapper Dan duck. Go to thangs.com, look up Built Over Bot, and go get a $5 membership and get you the Dapper Dan duck. I'm going to put him back on Digital Dragon's Prusa. There we go. Ta-da. We'll have to tighten those so that they quit dropping. But there's that. All right. Now we have to build out. Actually, hold on. Because the next thing we need to do, pull these guys out. There's 5 of them. That's funny. They give you 5 when you only need 3. Or 4, I mean. But you got the 4 corner caps that go on. Okay. And then, of course, you got this one and that one. There you go. There are the 4 corner caps that go on. And then those get screwed down with the countersunk hex screws. There's 8 of them, 2 per piece. Put screw in hole, stick piece there, and I am a little confused because it does look like, actually, I take that back, these go this way into the frame because that side is threaded, this side is not. So, okay, so these go into the bottom of the top parts. So we'll take those off of there for now. I thought they got screwed into the top of the printer. They do not. They get screwed into the bottom of this piece because this piece is tapped on both ends. Okay, this is vertical beam A. So then these will go in. These go like this and get screwed in. And then they just, you set it over and drop it in like so. And then that'll be that. Ta-da! So, guess I can put these in here now. It's a good thing I used my brain there, huh? Don't tell anybody I did that. I don't want people to get the wrong idea of me. I don't want them to think that I know something. I am not a smart man, and you can't even really see what I'm doing. See, that's how I know I'm not a smart man, because you can't even see what the heck I'm doing right now. Okay, so let's go back here, go like this. There. See? Put the 2 screws in, so now this piece can sit here. Like that. Ta-da! And then I need D next. There's D beam. Same thing. Put that on top. There's that. They use their PETG carbon fiber for this stuff, so that's pretty cool. To the 15 of you watching, thank you very much. No, it's not super entertaining, so thank you for taking time out to watch me be an idiot. There we go. Tighten. Tighten. There we go. Grab the next two. And then these two. One is vertical beam C, which has no additional crazy holes in it because, you know, doesn't need them. I'm just setting these. I'm not even paying attention. I'm being an idiot. Whoops. I got myself all discombobulated, gang. Apologies in advance. I flipped it over because I was doing it wrong. Gotta do it with the tip up. Tip out. There. C. Let's see here. Yeah. Let me take a look at something real quick here. And this one's vertical beam B, which goes... Oh no, vertical beam B goes over here. My bad. This one is C. Goes A, B, C, D, and then this one will go over here, and it has the holes for the filament holder, spool holder. See? And then let me just double check the spool holder and see on the top with the spool holder how it does go. All right, and then vertical beam B goes there. And then on the front, you have these two. Then there's the holes for the side riser. And then it is looking like it is on the back now. Okay, so it does move the spool to the aluminum extrusion. Nope, 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 nope. Vertical beam C. Yeah. I'm double checking something here before we get super crazy into it. Okay, that's for the lid. Top A, top B. And then, nope, the spool holder does come off the side. So this does go so that this will be like this on the side. So this is the bottom. Okay. Spool holder does go on the bottom or on the side. Whoops. I just dropped one of them screws. And since I don't know how many spares come in this kit, we don't want to find out. Maker Viking, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I am got a little discombobulated. I'm a little discombobulated at the moment, but we're getting there, man. We're getting there. We are getting there. I'm kind of building this by myself, so I'm kind of building this on the printer and hoping I can make that work when it comes to building this thing. Okay. There's that. Printer on the side. Should be good. And there we go. Okay. Now we're going to start putting the panel pieces. And we'll start with one side and then the other. This is horizontal beam B or D. We'll not do D first. We'll do B first because B is this one. And then let's see here. I got to figure out. Okay. It'll go this way. I do apologize, gang. I don't have like the greatest of rig setups, you know that. But that'll work like that, and that'll get these two pieces joined together. So there we go. Now we just got to grab the right screws for that, which are the M4x8s. Guess I could probably take the two of them off for now, or at least the one side off. This is one side. And then the way it works is the channel is, it's got a little relief in it. Goes together like this. And then you just put the 2 screws in to hold it in place. So that's what it's going to look like as I'm putting it together here, so you're not super confused. So we're going to set this one down. Set this in place. Grab the blue wrench from the kit. There we go. Okay. That went together real nice. Tighten it. Tighten it. There we go. Let's pull this one off. Same thing on the other side. Lay it down. Put that like so. There we go. Grab 2 more of those M4x8s. Drop them through the hole. Tighten one down. Tighten the other down. This is too simple. We can improve it so that it needs a hammer. Yes. Built over bot. Yes. Hammer time. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Like that. Oh, oh, okay. There. There's that side. Now we'll pull these 2 off, set them down, and then we'll grab D now. D is this one. And then put that there. Drop that there. Okay. There we go. There. There we go. Should be doing design tonight, but they're going to go upstairs early and watch a movie. Sounds like a plan. Have at that, Bob. Relax a little bit. You are a hardworking individual who deserves to take a break. So go. Watch a movie, take a break, my man. No complaints from this guy. Completely agree. Little bit of, got some filament to print, need an enclosed printer, so that's why I'm doing this tonight, or I probably wouldn't be out here sweating. I'd be trying to figure out an air conditioning unit for out here so I can actually kind of relax a little bit and enjoy myself, but that's not in the cards for right now, so we're not doing that right now. It'll be an AC unit at some point. I think I was gonna put a AC unit in upstairs. We have one up there already, but I was going to put in a second one to kind of help. Whoops, dropped one. It's just right there. I can find it easy. I was going to put a second one in upstairs to kind of help cool the upstairs of our house, but I might kidnap that one because the upstairs room gets quite a bit hot during the days now. So I was going to take the 2 and put them upstairs in the house, but I might steal the one and put it out here, at least for right now. Ugh. Just so I have something. I'm going to sneak back behind here, gang, so that I can get to these screws a little easier back here. They're just getting loosely tightened at the moment, just so I can get everything lined up, and then I will crank them down once everything is properly aligned. Tighten, Tighten. Tighten. And tighten. There we go. All right. Step over. Get this last beam out. And grab 3 more of these 8x4s or 4x8s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then these, I'm just going to set that there for a moment. Set those on the build plate for the moment. Line one up real quick on this end. So if anybody wonders, yes, you can assemble this by yourself on the printer so far to this point. I'm sure I messed something up somewhere and someone will tell me. So I'm sure somebody's going to have something to say. Pretty positive on that one. Like I know Built Over Bot says we need more hammer involved. Right? Built Over Bot, not enough hammer to in the assembly process for you, right? Good sir, right? So for Built Over Bot, we need more hammer. I know that much already. We all know Bob likes his hammer action. I think Viking would probably say 3D print the 3D printer. Right, bud? Right? It needs to be more 3D printed. I still can't wait till Viking gets, you know, he was working on some pretty sweet 3D printers back in the day. Be cool to see one of those become a reality. You will not make this putt, jackass. You like both? Yeah. All right. But there's that. Now the fun part is putting on the doors here. What is up with that? Holy cow. Like you guys watched, right? Like I unwrapped these and like, look at the top panel. Look through the top panel. Look at that. Can you guys see it? There you go. Look at that. This top panel is not good. Does the other one look like that? No. Look at that. This panel's fine. Oh, wait. There's a little bit down there at the bottom. Yeah. Weird. Okay. Well, like I said, for right now, because of the way I'm doing it, we're just going to do this. I'm just going to let it ride. So we're going to leave it and hope it doesn't break. Okay. It's not going to look the greatest, but it will be functional. We have some progress in Fenrir in the background. Hopefully some news to share officially soon. Sweet. Gonna be awesome, brother. Gonna be awesome. I know there's a lot of us OGs that remember when you started that project. Ymir and Fenrir. Ymir. Yes. Ymir. Ymir? Ymir? Right? I think I'm right. I could be wrong. You'll tell me if I'm wrong, because you guys love to pick on me. There we go. There's that one. You guys love to pick on me, so I expect it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't Jonathan from the next layer mention Fenrir? I believe he did. I believe he did. And I know that back in the day, pronunciation though. Yes, I know. Stupid Americans with our stupid English messing things up. But also back in the good old days, Proper Printing shouted him out for the monster printer. So, yes. So he's gotten some shout outs, you know. Viking's a good dude though, so we all got to support the Viking, right? We all should support Viking. That's all I can say. Viking's a good dude. Always been good to all of us. This panel is not happy. There's a little bit off on that, but that's okay. It's okay. Put the handles on it if we can find them. Where the heck? There we go. Door handles, 6. Because you got 2 for the top, 2 for the front, 2 for the side. Get these handles on. The fully printed one, right? Yeah, the little bitty fully printed one. It's the itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. Oh man, I can't believe I just did that to myself. Can you guys believe I just did that? Can you believe I just sang that song? Okay. These holes are not properly drilled out, but thankfully we can at least get these handles started on here, get them close to where they need to be, and then kind of tighten everything down. There we go. One handle and 2 handle. This one though, the way it's got that spidering in it just does not look overly nice. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, so this panel's got spidering in the tinted part. So is this one, and this is just a little warped. Just a little bit. But, damn, this thing got bigger, didn't it? Jason, what's going on, Jason? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We are putting together the panels on the Magneto. As an American, I want a printer setup from Freedom Units. None of this metric stuff. Yeah, get you a nice Freedom Units printer. Nice inches, not meters or millimeters and centimeters, and get you one full of inches. Yeah. So this goes on this side. And we'll have to put those little pieces that I don't see anywhere. So I'm assuming I have to print some parts. Okay. On the sides again without. We use these. The button heads, as I call them. They call them round for some reason. And then where the screw hole is for the for this guy, for the fitting, where that screw hole is for the fitting is kind of chipped out a little bit. Let's see here. So I'm assuming there's probably some printed parts that I need to print to hold the bottom parts in, because there were no printed parts, additional printed parts that came with the enclosure. So I'm assuming, yes, we're going to have to probably print some parts. Before we go putting the lid on it, let's get this filament guide in place. I believe the filament guide goes, from the looks of the picture, it goes facing out with the nut on the outside. Let's go down. Yep, nut goes on the outside of the acrylic. So Zyber Tech, what's going on, Zyber? Okay, there we go. There's that. Mount the spool holder back up. I'm assuming because we don't have to go through that big old thick plate, we just use 2 of the little screws again, or 2 of the smaller screws. If I'm wrong, well, I'll take them out and swap them over. Okay. Spool holder mounted up, feeds right in. Then we put the PTFE tube on here. It loops around through some stuff and back again and does all kinds of crazy stuff. Just got off work. The Magneto is going to be sweet. Zyber, it's been pretty sweet so far. We're just putting all the panels and everything on. I have been playing around with it and printing with it and stuff. Let's restart firmware and make sure that it does want to come back and I don't have to restart it. It sometimes has been kind of finicky. So sometimes I have to reboot the whole damn thing to get it to cooperate. So sometimes we just have to hit restart clipper and then let it restart. And then we'll just restart system, continue. Hopefully it comes back up and everything is happy. If not, well, we'll argue with it when we get to that point, right? Okay, top side D. That's this side over here. And then top side C. Let's work on C next because C is easier to get to than D. Because D is up against the counter and it's a pain in the ass for me to get to it. I'm assuming there's some parts I need to print. Like I said, I'll double check when I'm done here. I'll go back and look because there are some parts that don't seem to be here that I'm assuming I need. So we'll get those. Got some screws, just so we have some. And then where did I put the pink Allen? Right there. Pink Allen. Pink. They color code them. But aren't all 3D... Yes. How's it going? Projects in Dad's Garage. Good to see you, man. We're just putting the panels on. So I got to step over the power cable. Drop this panel in place. All these panels have like spidering in the smoke. Like these acrylic panels, not all of them, but like this panel does too now. Like as I'm dripping off the plastics, I'm seeing it because I couldn't see it through the haze of the plastics. But these panels are all showing signs of like spidering in the smoke. So I'm hoping that doesn't damage them. I hope they're not damaged. I hope it's just like an imperfection in the coating that they put on them. But when I'm tightening them down, it's not like they're cracking and chipping apart or nothing like that. So we're not having any issues there. So I'm assuming it's probably just an imperfection in the smoke process that is causing issues. Like the bigger panels for the bottom, I'm not seeing that in any of the bigger panels. Like the bigger doors and the bottom panels, I didn't see it in any of those. It's these smaller ones for the top. So I'm wondering if during like the cutting process, if there's an issue, that is the cracking from being twisted. So probably from the smaller parts being cut. They're smaller, a little more fragile. Probably. That's my guess. I could be wrong, and I wouldn't doubt that I am, but that's my guess. It's because they're smaller pieces. The bending and flexing of cutting the smaller panels, they maybe didn't have as much there to give. So the smoke coating or whatever, or even maybe the acrylic itself is kind of cracked or broke a little bit, you know. And then these, of course, we have where the drill bit didn't look like it went all the way through some of these holes. Or maybe the stuff that sticks on there got on it. I don't know. There we go. There's that. Let's put one of these screws in. Stare at my ass, gang. Just for a few. Stare at my ass. Let me know if I have a good one. Okay. Just tell me if you like it enough. Would you join an OnlyFans to stare at it? I got to make that Murph money so I can make it there without too much headache. Where's all my Murph friends at? Where's all my friends going to Murph at? There are many of you, I know. I'm excited to see a lot of you guys, but I'm going to be there Sunday, maybe Saturday night, Sunday for sure. So Sunday for sure, I will be there. Maybe Saturday night if I can make it. If I can make it work, Saturday night, but for sure Sunday. Okay. Now the top panels are A and B. Top A has a slit here. Top B does not. So let's take a look and see which one is top A, which one is top B. Yeah, there's these 3D printed parts here. Complete. Okay, yep, see Google Drive to download them and print them. So when we're done, we'll download these and print these, and then I'll mount them on after the fact. But I need to look at the very top and see which one is panel A, which one is panel B. Okay. Panel A and panel B, but it doesn't tell me. Top panel A. Okay. So this is the left side. Sounds like we will just miss each other. Projects in Dad's Garage. Yeah, man, I saw that you were going to be there Saturday and not Sunday, and that sucks, brother. But if I can get there Saturday night, hopefully you'll still be there. I know you said something about you have a graduation, I believe it was, right? You have a graduation on Sunday. So good luck there. Congrats. Congrats to your daughter, right? It's your daughter is graduating, if I remember correctly, if I remember what you said right. Congratulations to her. Now, it doesn't show slits on the top A there, but I'm going to put the little slits in the back on the top of this one. So we'll put that like that with the slits in this back corner and cross our fingers that that's okay. And then it is the M4s, M4x8s. Yep. And you have a baby reveal. Yes, I do. Saturday is the gender reveal for my grandbaby. So I will know officially at Murph what I'm having for a grandbaby. And by I'm having, I mean my son and his girlfriend are having. I will know officially at Murph if there's going to be a grandson or granddaughter. I am in camp. I am in the boy camp because that's just how my family is. We dominate with the males, but my son could be the one to break the pattern, you know. Seems to be my sister did that too, but my sister isn't the deciding factor, you know what I'm saying? But from the loins of a Boreal, it usually tends to be boys before daughters. So daughters are still a few years to go. Ah, okay. Graduation is considered important, right? Yeah. Yeah, sons, you know, it's the first, like, go to the graduation. I get it. I understand, my man. Trust me. I understand the importance of a graduation. You go, you have fun with that, and we will definitely find time to meet up at some point. Maybe Murph next year, or if I can make it to Earth this year by some miracle, some company wants to sponsor my Murph trip or Earth trip. hit me up. Well, not my Murph trip, but an Earth trip. If somebody wants to sponsor that, hit me up. Let me know. I will work your booth. You pay for my hotel stay, my travel expenses. Heck, fly me out, fly me home, and make it so I don't have to bring any printers with. That'd make me happy. Actually, fly me out and give me a rider truck to come home, because I'm sure I'll be bringing home a bunch of printers if people find out I'm going. So I'll probably need to get my hands on a rider truck. Drive home from Bel Air, Maryland for the potentially last time, right? Isn't that what they said? This is probably going to be the last time at that venue. And then they're going to be switching it to a new one. Your brother didn't adopt 2 boys. We would not have any more boys in your family. Yeah. Yep. All right. Yep, this one's got almost through the entire thing. And the funny part is, like, let me see if I can hold it just right that the light hits it. There you go. Look at the line through the center, guys. See that clear line through the center where the Murph X is? And then you can see as I twist it, look at that. So it's almost like something was like rested on here or pressed on here that kind of fractured it all the way around, except for right there, you know? Put that one right there. There we go. Holy bejesus, is this thing getting massive. Like, look at the size of this damn printer, guys. You put the panels on it, and it's definitely a biggin, you know? And the nice part is, too, is like I said, if I wanted to, if I'm printing certain materials, I can just open this top part up, let it vent out, or even open the doors on the front, and just let it air out. And then whenever I want to do something more heat sensitive, just close everything. And I'll probably replace this top panel and move the screen up. But I have a problem. First, I need to measure how tall this thing is and see if it's going to fit on my shelves back here behind me, these shelves, if it's going to fit, and then if it will fit with the screen sticking up, you know, that much higher. 1, 2, 3. I need one more. So I can go around and get the backside too. There we go. Okay. Let's get this last one on front here, and then we'll go around and do the back. Like, all of my panels, not all of them, but a large portion of these panels are all spidered like that. I will make sure to send it to, like, I'll link P.O. Poly and let them know that I did have a bunch of panels that were spidered like that. Just so they know. I'm not going to, like, oh my God, P.O. Poly, send me new panels. If the panels aren't broken, I'm not going to worry so much. You know what I mean? Like, as long as the panels aren't like shattering and like dropping material onto the prints, I'm not super worried. If it's just in the coating and the acrylic itself is still good, I'm not super worried. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, I'm not worried. If it's just in the smoke coating that's cracking like that, maybe it's something to do with the smoke coating that they put on them. I don't care. I really don't. I put 2 more screws in, guys. 2 more. I forgot the 2 side screws for the panels. But then I have to print a bunch of parts with this. So thankfully they sent me some more of that PETG-CF. So we can print the parts in the PETG-CF. Because that's what they printed all the other parts that are on this thing. You're going to try and get to Earth. Nice. Murph is 3.5 hours for me, but you have family halfway there, so you can stop either way and at the end of the trip. Nice, Havoc. Yeah, Murph is 3.5 hours for me too, and I'm going to drive straight through on Sunday. So, Havoc, I am driving through 3.5 hours, either butt crack of dawn Sunday morning and driving straight through to the event so I can be there with everybody, or I am going through Saturday night and potentially going to sleep in my car in the fairgrounds parking lot. Just not going to tell them I'm doing that. I'm just going to do it. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? Okay. There she goes. There she goes again. Dun, 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 dun. There she goes. Better not sing anymore. I'm going to get my ass a damn strike, right? Because I sang the song and I'm going to get the strike because it's not my song and I don't own it. We better stop singing it. Let's put all this garbage in here along with this. And then let's just throw this in the doorway. There we go. Saying 3.5 hours. Yep. Yep. A lot of us have a 3.5-ish hour drive, which is all well worth it for most all of us. Let's see here. Ta-da. Ta-da. How long did we stream tonight so far? 2 hours on the note. Well, 2 hours and 2 minutes. And there was like a short little step out and back for putting on a t-shirt. Here's the PTFE tube that came in the kit. So this is quite a bit larger, and they have a couple of little clips that they tell you to use to we got to get this thing to reboot. So hold on a minute. Power it off. Power it back on. Push this into the little clip back here. There we go. And then we'll have to put them little clips in. And then put this in here and move it to the front so we know where them clips got to go. I probably could get away with using the shorter one that came with it, but we'll use the one that came in the kit. We have a 12 to 13 hour drive depending on the number of stops that we make along the way. Yes, Digital Dragon, you do. And I'm grateful that you're going to make that trip. You're going to make that sacrifice. And I'm going to get my DD hug. My double D hug. Okay. Now it's back up. So there we go. Now I can get that filament out of there. So let's go into temp. And it is PETG. So we'll hit PETG and let it heat up. We'll go back. We'll let it do its thing. And yeah, I do have a little bit of some stringies that did come off of some supports for a part I printed. I didn't show you guys, but I printed a hub, like a center hub for a Dodge Dakota. Buddy I work with, one of the guys I work with, has a Dodge Dakota, and he it's a 89 Dodge Dakota. It's the two-door it's the two-door convertible version, if you've seen those. And it's missing one of the center hubs. So I found the center hub and printed it for him today or yesterday. And I printed it in the PETG carbon fiber for right now as a test. Understand it's a test. We have some ABS over here now, thanks to Central 3D Printing. It is a green, see, Central 3D Printing. It is ABS Plus. And it is green. So he can sand it and spray paint it to be whatever he needs it to be. We'll put the box down there. We'll show you guys some green ABS Plus. So, but PETG should work fine. You are correct. So he's going to put it on there. He's going to try it, make sure it works. If it does, then I can always print him 3 or more or 4 more in ABS, so he has spares. And then if he wants to sand them and paint them whatever color he wanted to paint them, he could, because it's a red truck. So green center hubs on a red truck might look a little funny. And besides, he doesn't want to spend a buttload of money and buy OEM replacements because he wants to put some aftermarket, like American racing wheels on it. He kind of likes the old schooler, like American racing rim style rims. So that's what he's thinking about getting for it. Because he just bought the truck. It was just on a whim. He was like, hey, I'm going to buy this truck. All right, let's hit the unload button. There's 2 buttons up here. One is load and one is unload. Okay. There we go. Filament removed. Take the drippy filament out. Put this guy back in. grab my clip that I set down back here that I knew I wasn't going to forget where I put it, because I told you guys that I knew I wouldn't forget, right? Wink, wink. There we go. Now we got to do is disable the motors. Action, disable motors, and then now disable motors. Oh, press the button down there and you can disable the motors. Then we can move all the way up to this front corner, and then we can see where we got to put one of our clips. Put it right there. That should be good. So pretty much right smack dab in the middle. Should be good. They give you these little guys right here. Whoops, knocked over my party do. They give you these ugly, wonderful things that I'm sure will work just fine. It's a little awkward with the screen in the way, but it is what it is. Okay. There's that now. Put the PTFE tube in there. Flip it over itself and twist it shut. There we go. That'll hold the PTFE tube up out of the way, but we're going to put a second one in there to keep the PTFE tube from smacking the acrylic as much as we can. There we go. All right, put the other one in there. There we go. That should keep it up out of the way and allow it to move around everywhere it needs to. And it keeps it up. Yep, there we go. Okay, there it is. Oh, whoops. I did forget to tighten something. Tighten these now on the door. I'm just tightening the screws that hold the door to the hinge, guys, that I left loose finger tight. There we go. That's better. That feels much better now. Just lift up a little bit and tighten these down. Okay. Okay. There. Nope. Let's loosen these bottom ones real quick a little bit. It's the joys of a hinge, is making sure that it rides right, you know. There. And then tighten these down real quick. Make sure that one closes right. And it does. Clears the screen. And then we'll tighten these down. Another situation where one of the magnets popped out. So I'm going to have to get some, I have to find some super glue and super glue them in. Aligning hinges, aren't they fun? Aren't they fun, everybody? Okay, let's see. There we go. Yep. Okay. There we go. There we go. Hinges are aligned. And I just dropped something metal. Oh, small Allen for working on them little printers. The upper door knobs are not even. The one door panel is upside down. You're right. They're not even. They're not even. And I probably do have this one upside down. What can I say? You're right, Luke. I probably messed it all up. Damn it, chair. Oh, I hate my floor. If anybody wants to get me a concrete refinishing as a late birthday present, feel free. Visually, this is going to just irritate Digital Dragon, and I know it. And actually, it's not hitting right. So let's fix that after all. Let's see here. What is up? Let's loosen this screw, this screw, this screw, and this screw, and then okay. Let's hold it in place here while we okay. This is also because this bottom part of this panel is a little warped. So, but there you go. I told him a while ago to have Sam come out and tell him how to do it. Yeah, it would have made more sense if I'd have had her come out here and yell at me and tell me I'm doing it wrong. Would have been the right way to do it, is to have her tell me I'm doing it wrong. So, but have any of you guys seen the new Summer Freeze? Summer Freeze Mountain Dew? You guys check that out yet? It would have been good for YouTube. It would have. I keep telling her she needs to join me on stream. I keep telling her, I'm like, look, you yell at me all the time that I need to, when I'm on stream, I need to be more entertaining so people like me more. And I said, people don't like me, they like you, and you need to come out and be on camera with me. And she tells me all the time, I'm not doing that. I'm not coming out on stream with you. My wife is gorgeous, like drop dead gorgeous. Like I punched up, like lucky son of a bitch I am for having a beautiful wife like that. She just never wants to be on stream with me. She thinks that the internet will not like her appearance, but she gorgeous. She gorgeous. Let's go find these parts we need to print now, and then we'll reload the carbon fiber PETG and reprint them. Let's go find the link to the file. Where are the files? Where's the link? Where's the link? I need to print some parts. Where the hell are the parts? Where's the link to the parts? Where's the damn parts? I kind of want to move the screen now, but that involves fishing some cable up a little higher, and then it has to, oh, that's probably what the slits in that one panel are for, so that you can put the screen out the top and then have the wires come out through those slits that I put back in that back corner. So I'd have to flip-flop this panel over here and this panel over here. Oh, son of a bitch. That makes sense now, because then the panels would just go, or the wires would come up through and out through there. See, but it didn't show that because it doesn't show the installation of that one. I'm a visual guy with pictures. But that's okay. Actually, no, because even on this one, it doesn't show it. But they do show that they do tape the seam at the top. And then they slide the top down into place, put that on there, put the mount back on. They actually show that their PTFE tube is way longer and goes all the way across, but mine doesn't. Install the screen enclosure, complete all enclosure, da da da. Don't need to worry about that. Here we go. The additional pieces. There we go. Download the file. Oh, it's a step file too. Dadgummit. They really are going to make me sign in to download those? Vestiges. You actually got to sign in for that. Dishwasher's the same way. She's scared of other people online. Yeah. Wives are weird like that. I know. What the hell? Do not ask again on this device. Shouldn't have asked to begin with. Okay. Yeah, but it's a step file. So I have to download the step file. But the funny part is auxiliary stepper or auxiliary fastener.step file. All right, let's go into here. Wait a minute. Yeah, it downloaded. Okay, good. Try to reconnect. There we go. All right, go back to prep. Let's take that hub cap or that center cap off of there. And then let's go to downloads, auxiliary, open, components name inside, format, because it's unsupportive text, garbage characters may appear. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's the whole damn kit in a step format. Okay. Well, then, yeah, that's fine. Here we go. All right. Well, 5, 5, and 5, 15% infill, probably more than enough. It's just barely, it is barely anything. It's just keeping plastic from dancing. And I just dumped all the screws because I'm hot and sticky. Let me zoom back. No, not in, out. They don't want to stare at my forehead. It's ugly. I'm wearing my KB3D hat, guys. See? See? All right. So let's go ahead and turn off supports because we don't need supports. And then, yeah. All right. Well, let's send it to the printer and see what happens. Let's slice it real quick here. See how long it's going to take. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parts. 1 hour, 57 minutes. So 2 hours roughly. Let's go ahead and send it. And hold on. Before we send it, let's come in here. Pull this off because it's scorching hot because I forgot to turn off the build plate. Grab my isopropyl alcohol and give it a good quick like isopropyling. God, this build plate is massive. 300 by 400. This thing's awesome. Waka, waka, waka. Okay. Set that down. Close that. Go back. Go back. Leave it there. It's preheated. Let's go ahead and hit upload and print. And there we go. Now it's off to the printer. Cross our fingers in 2 hours. I'm not going to be streaming in 2 hours because I'm going to end the stream, call my daughter back, talk to her for a little while, find out how her day went. And then I'm off all day tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll probably pick up here. We'll stream at some point tomorrow. We'll pick up here. We'll install them if they printed properly. If they didn't, I'll reprint them, and then we'll install the pieces for the bottom corners here and here, over there, and in the back, and then on the side panels here. We'll install all of those all the way around so that the panels all have their proper screws to hold them in place. And yeah, the Magneto is magnanimously massive. How tall is that? Like, where's just a good old-fashioned freedom unit measuring device? Let me grab my freedom unit measurer here. From the table to the top, 30 and 5/8. 30 and 3/4. 30 and 3/4 to the top of the screw heads. 30 and 3/4. Not 31, 30. Yes, 30 and 3/4 will get me to here. Oh, hey, I'm an idiot, guys. I want to print that, right? Well, guess what my dumbass forgot to do? Insert the filament. So let's put the filament back in there, because hopefully the filament runout sensor will tell me that there's no filament in there. And then it'll let me put filament in. You know, we'll find out here. There, put the filament, roll it back, push it through. Get it all the way around that gigantic length of PTFE tube. Get it into the hot end. Okay. I'm thinking those slits are for where the cables come out at. So open the top here. And then let's hit the load button, I think. Okay, we're going to e-stop it. Restart firmware like a jackass. We're hitting the e-stop because I forgot to load it. I want to load it. Mr. C Tunes. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Get that back up. There we go. All right. Get this out of the way. Hyperlapse. Click here. 240. Build plate 70. There we go. And then now that we've got that going, let's go ahead and check the box, close it, and then let's hit the, there we go. Got it loading. We'll wait for filament to spew out of it. We'll have to hit it a few times. I wish there was a just hold the button and it'll go that long, you know? But there is not. So you have to kind of hit it a few times and it'll spew some out there, and then you're good to go. So there we go. We're good to go. Pull on it a little bit here. It is just oozing. There we go. We'll call that good. Let's close everything up. Panels are on, print, and then let's see here. Let's sort it by date. Go the other way. There we go. The auxiliary parts, print, print. There we go. And again, now that I'm standing up, keeping me 3D printing train, or, oh, keeping your 3D printing train going. Awesome. And again, just to verify, yep, 30 and 3/4. So 31 inches. 31 inches is what I need. How high is that? 32. I have 1 inch to spare to shove that thing in there. Oh, how deep is it? Let's see. Say 22 inches. And these shelves are, I believe, 24. 24 and half. 24. So it'll fit. It will fit. Holy shit. Guys, this thing is massive and like it's rock solid. So as long as it prints good, it's definitely a beast of a printer, you know. Oh, everything is moving now. There. Had another dribble. It is PETG. Ah. I mean, it's PETG, so realistically, I don't need to print it enclosed. But if you guys want to see what it looks like inside there, here. I did something for you guys. Check this out. Look at that. For some reason, it did not update. Let's fix that. Ready? Let me click on the Magneto. Let's refresh it. There we go. Ta-da! So I added the Magneto's internal camera so you guys can sit here and see my dumbass face next to the Magneto and then see the Magneto printing. So it's printing all of the parts that it needs. Just had your first problem with LDO's ABS. Nice, Havoc. Not nice, but at least you had a problem, so that's good. At least we know it's not some weird filament, you know. Stream started looking better, Dan. Well, now that my face is real tiny and off to the side, you know, now that you can actually see the printer printing with, you know, the panels. The nice part is with the tinted glass, it doesn't look over like washed out with the super bright light up above. See if I do this though. Let's see. Yeah, gets nice and dark in there. Look at that. Gonna have to get some lights to put in that enclosure, huh? You love the ABS so far? Cool. Yeah, my next print, or the next things we print will be with this ABS Plus. This is batch from 4/2 of 24, so it's a year old, but we'll give it a run and we'll see what it does. So again, Central 3D Printing. If you guys are looking for some ABS Plus, Central 3D Printing, give them a check. Check them out. Something just went pop. Let me see what was up. What did I hear? I don't know. Still printing. Yeah, still printing. It's blobbing a little bit, but we'll let it go. We'll let it go. We'll see what's up. It might have just been the PTFE tube hitting the acrylic back there. That might be what I heard. Really has a good camera. It is a decent camera, I must say. It is not. It's not terrible. You know, it is doing 1080p. Let me double check my properties on it. Yep, 1080p. So it is outputting in 1080p. So all in all, like I said, the printer itself is a beast. The $1,300 price tag on it, and then I think it's like $250 for the enclosure. Comes with all the acrylic panels, the top, the frame parts, and all the screws you need. The only thing is you have to print these parts I'm printing, which there's a link in the build guide to go download these. So, I mean, there's you know, 10 printed parts, but other than that, you know, I mean, for the cost of a Prusa, you can get the Magneto X, you know, if you wanted to. You know, and then you can have, you know, for the cost of the Prusa and some filament, you can get the Magneto X with the enclosure. So you're talking $1,300, $1,550. So $1,550 gets you a 300 by 400, or a 400 by 300 by 300 build volume, fully enclosed with the linear motors, which are quite a bit quieter. And now that I put the enclosure on it, it's even quieter. I mean, you guys aren't hearing, like in the background before, you guys used to hear that fan, like the fan noise. So how big is the print volume? Again, Havoc, it is a 400 by 300 by 300. So 400 by 300 by 300. And if you notice, the print head does, or the way the print head is set, they do give you a set of the panels on the side here. On the bottom part are doors, so you can open it if you have a long print to get out this way. Otherwise, you can take it out this way. either way. Compared to something like the Snapmaker seems high still to me. Yeah, built over bot. Snapmaker does have some decent printers out there with the build volume in that price range. I don't get any kickbacks if you buy one of these. I don't have an affiliate link for them. I don't get a kickback, but so far I haven't had terrible luck with it. I mean, right out the gate, this was a first gen. It did need to be reflashed and all that fun stuff. So sorry you missed it. Someone was flapping their gums. That's all good. Havoc. Not a problem, man. But yeah, so again, 400 on the X, 300 on Y, 300 on Z. So all in all, very decent sized build volume. And like I said, for the overall, I mean, it's probably larger than most need, but again, I could not argue with the price tag. Like the current viewers, 1,303. Holy shit, there are 600 views right now. Hi, I'm Dan. Nice to see you. Let's go back here for a minute. Hi, I'm Dan. I don't know what happened and why you're all here, but thank you. Feel free to hit the subscribe. Help me get to 10K. At 10K, I'm giving away a 3D printer. I don't know yet which one, but it'll be brand new and I'll send it right to you. That's the deal my wife and I made. I'm at like 2,100, so I got to get like almost 8,000. So I don't think it's going to happen tonight, but how you doing? Good to see you. I'm working on the Magneto X. We just installed the panels and the lid, and now we're printing the pieces to, there's some support pieces you got to print to hold the panels on the sides. So we're just printing those and hanging out. I'm actually getting ready to wrap the stream here in a little bit, but I figure since there's a bunch of you that are new, hi. To those of you that are new that are watching, hi. Again, I'm Dan. These are all my friends in chat. Feel free to join them in chat and say things like, hi, how are you? You know, introduce yourselves. If you're into 3D printing, great. And if you're not, that's okay too. But yeah, so like right now it's telling me that, you know, there are 627 views at the moment with 1,614 concurrent viewers. If you could all do me a solid and smash that like button while you're here too. I've never had a video with like over like 20 or 30 likes, because normally my view count isn't this high. So if we could get like 1,000 likes on this video, that'd be awesome. I mean, I'll give away a roll of, you know, Polymaker filament if we can get 1,000 likes on the video. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it right now. I'll start the form up. Havoc, love you, man. Yes, we do like trolling him. And by we, I mean these guys like trolling me, and I don't mind trolls. So if you want to come on in and troll, feel free to troll. Trolls are welcome here. I'm going to minimize this and minimize this real quick. And I want to go to my actual like stream count, because I want to see here. Likes. Wait a minute. That definitely can't be right. It says I have 9,026 likes. I guess I have to give away a roll of filament, huh? GTR Dad, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Trying to figure out why I have so many concurrent viewers right now. I have 1,888 concurrent viewers with 9,026 likes. It says concurrent viewers, yeah. So I don't know what happened in the last few minutes and who sent everybody here, but to whoever sent you guys here, somebody who's new, please say anything to me. Let me know. I roll for every 1,000 likes. No, not one roll for every 1,000 likes. I can't do that. Now I'm up to 700 views, and yeah. Well, let me get the form ready. We'll give away a roll of filament. So give me a moment to get the form ready, guys, and we'll do a roll of filament tonight. So one moment. I'll get the form ready. We'll do that. Yeah, Ro says like 9,000 likes. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like there's like an insane amount of likes on this stream tonight. So we're gonna give away a roll of filament. Give me a second to get the giveaway form up here. All right, let's get to the right form first. I'm on the wrong form. Get the Polymaker form up. Where is it? There it is. Bring up the form. Oh, Argentina. Hey, I know Argentina, but the rest of that I don't. I'm sorry, but I'm assuming you're saying hello from Argentina. So hello from Podunk, nowhere, Illinois, United States. I live in the middle of nowhere in Illinois. And when you say Illinois, people think Chicago. No, I live between a bunch of cornfields. So hi. Good to see you. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Let's go ahead and delete all the responses from the previous form. Turn on this responses. Let's grab the link. The Magneto X is doing Magneto X things. Let's copy the link real quick here. Let's go to copy. Close that. Go back here. Control-Shift-V. Let me go back. Boom, there we go. All right. The form is live. Let me pin it to the top of the chitty chats. Pin message. There we go. All right, gang. We'll give it like 10 minutes and then we'll do a roll. So everybody start responding. Please get in there, get yourself entered. We're going to give away one spool of Polymaker filament. Technically, it's like a $35 gift card and then you can order whatever you want. But I always say one roll of filament, you do what you want with it. So please click the link, get yourselves entered. All 853 of you, please click that link, get yourselves entered. Polymaker, as far as I know, I believe they send to Argentina, so have at it. Hopefully the translation is working well and you guys can understand me, or at least maybe you understand at least enough English to understand me if you're from not in the US. It's showing 2,688 views. Wow. Okay. And like 9,000 likes. I know. I don't know what the hell happened tonight, but I'm not used to this, guys. I'm just an idiot with a webcam and a microphone who hangs out in front of 3D printers in his tiny little office space that's built into his garage. So I am taking it. Don't you worry, Zyber. I am taking it. Hi, guys. If anybody has questions, like if there's anybody who's like new to 3D printing, wants to get into 3D printing, or just has general questions, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer. If I can't, my friends in chat are probably smarter than me and will probably know the answer, or at least know where to send you to find it. Also, while you're here, don't forget, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe, maybe smash the like, which many of you have already done, and consider becoming a member, you know. 2,876 now screen capture. Thank you, 3D Medic Vince, for screen capping that for me, because I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm taking it. Hi. Do we have to give correct answers? Any answer you give is the correct answer. Recently got your Anycubic Cobra S1 combo. Nice, man. That's NR. Dude, that's sweet. Yeah, the Anycubic Cobra S1, I have not had the chance to play around with, but a lot of folks that I know in this community and have talked to have said that they quite enjoy it. So it looks like you got yourself a decent printer there. So that's pretty cool. And you're using the combo, so you get the their filament system with it. I would say AMS, or I forget what Anycubic calls theirs. There's so many of them anymore, it's hard to remember. Like Creality calls it the CFS, and Bamboo calls it the AMS, and then there's the, you know, filament management system. Some people call them, you know, it's just first ever printer for me. Haha, they call it the ACE. That's right. Yeah, it's the automatic something, or the any cubic something something. Yeah, but yeah, no, the ACE. That's right. Yeah, and the ACE is, you know, like I said, it's they're all pretty much doing the same thing. So realistically, that part, once somebody had a good working model, it's really hard to screw that part up. So that's cool. But like I said, I don't have an ACE. I didn't get it, or not the ACE, but the S1. I didn't get a chance to get my hands on one of those. I did get this with some help from some friends in the community and P.O. Poly themselves. We kind of, you know, it kind of fell into my lap, so I couldn't say no, you know. The movement of the table does not affect the printing. Actually, no, not as much as you would think. The Magneto has a linear motor. So for anybody who doesn't know, it uses linear motors, not motors and belts. It's using basically a strip of magnets for X and Y. And then it has like a stator on top that runs it back and forth across the magnets. And when that thing locks down, that thing locks down. So when it's moving, it actually moves pretty good. And this rickety little table is part of the entertainment factor, because this is a big expensive printer on a tiny rickety little table, and it makes people cringe when they see the table get rocking. So feel free to cringe along with others. But no, if you have not looked it up, go to P.O. Poly and check out the Magneto X. The linear motor system is actually really cool. The only thing I'm still kind of iffy about that I don't know is, because it's magnets, I don't know people with pacemakers how well that will work with them. Oh, I moved my hand just right, so the camera is now. Actually, I don't even know why the camera moved, but that's okay. It moved over here. What is happening and how's it going? MyHD 77. Is it MyHD or Mod? Is it Mod? And let's see here. In Argentina, a machine like that sells for over 3,000. Everything costs twice as much. Yeah, that's the problem with, you know, the way things are, and it sucks. It's like, yeah, I got friends in Australia, same problem for them. You know what I mean? Just sent you the screen cap on Discord. Thank you, Zyber. That's awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Still looking for looking at that Delta, by the way. This one back here. This one right here. Havoc, you're going to be at Murph, right? I'm bringing it for you. I'm going to bring it for you. Don't worry. One Raz, what's going on, man? Good to see you. One of your first moves after the benchy was like a 750 grams of Gridfinity and PLA. Nice. Yeah, the Gridfinity stuff is pretty cool. Zach did a good job with that stuff. Mr. Freeman with the Gridfinity. It was really it's been kind of taking off. There's the Gridfinity, and what's the one that everybody's been doing for their walls? What is that one, guys? Help me out here. I was watching somebody's video today, and they were printing it. Next Layer. He did a video on like the wall slats. I can't remember, or the wall system. I don't remember what that one is, but I know that one's pretty big too. Yes, it's pronounced Mahad. Okay, Mahad. You got it. Not a problem. That honeycomb one. No, this is the square grids, I thought. And it's like the big panels. The Next Layer did his video on the larger format, the Soval SV08 Max. And with that, he was printing 500 by 500 panels to fill in this wall that he was working on. Do I offer printing services in the US, and how much does any hourly PLA printing cost? In Argentina, it's around $2.50. I don't offer 3D printing services myself per se. A lot of what I do with 3D printers is just for me and for friends and family. The YouTube that this stuff that I do here is mostly because I have a project. Let me back this up. Stupid camera. Anyway, a lot of what I do on here is, and these guys can attest to it. I started this little project. I call it the 3D printer rehab project. I take old 3D printers that a lot of my friends have that are just sitting around collecting dust. I rebuild them and then just give them away in about a 100-mile radius of where I'm at. I'll give them away to low income people that want to get into 3D printing. They can't afford to do so. Polymaker sponsors the filament. Also, they're sponsoring the giveaway tonight now, whether they know it or not. I'm giving away a roll of filament. So thank you again, Polymaker. But Polymaker gives me filament to give away with the printers. And then I'm looking for people that have the drive, have the passion, but don't have the income to get started. So like I tell everybody, my ending spiel on my streams is usually stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, happy 3D printing and all the things. And then don't forget that an old printer is better than no printer. So that's the way I look at it. Is I would rather give somebody an old printer that works and have them learn and then build a business from that if that's what they want to do. Or just at least have a printer so that they can at least get into the hobby, get into the community, get to know the people, because there's a lot of amazing people in this community. I'm friends with a large portion of the big US YouTubers and some of the YouTubers from across the pond. I met all these people because of 3D printing. I've gotten to know these people. I hang out with these people. I talk to these people. I consider them friends. And it's all because of buying an Ender 3 back in 2019. You know, I bought an Ender 3 printer back in 2019. I started streaming and met a lot of cool people doing it. So it's really awesome, the amount of people. Honestly, that's noble. That's so noble. Yeah, well, thank you. I don't do that part of it for the, oh, you know, look at Dan. Because when I give these people these printers, I don't take pictures. I don't post it on social media. I give them the printer. I give them some filament and I say, here you go. YouTube is your friend. That'll be your resource. Go there to find how to fix your printer, because the printers I'm giving them, there's a million videos on how to fix the problems they're going to have. So I'm not looking to be their tech support. And I tell them that. I'm like, I'm not your tech support. Go to YouTube, find your videos. You can find me on YouTube and you can find the videos of me working on your printer on YouTube. And some of them will come back and watch the streams. Some of them have taken the printers and just gone off and done things with them. And it's a wonderful thing to just get more people involved. Yeah, I make zero money doing it. You know, none of these companies are paying me. The money that I spend for parts is either through sponsors, like MicroSwiss sponsors a lot of the hot end parts I need. Polymaker sponsors a lot of the filament. And then when it comes down to parts, it's been through the kindness of this community, these people that send me boxes full of like motors and belts and pulleys and bearings. And so they send me parts and then I take those parts and we rebuild these printers. Recently, I haven't really had any printers to work on to give away, but Midwest Rep Fest is coming up this weekend, and a couple of friends have already said they're going to have some printers that they're going to send back with me. So I'm taking printers to give to some friends that I've either sold to them or whatever the case may be. But I've got some printers I'm bringing for some friends, maybe some troublesome printers like a Delta back there that Havoc wants. That I'm never going to do anything with just because of its age and what it is. It would take so much to rebuild it. It's just better to let someone else that wants it have it and tinker with it. And then I'll just get the printers that I have massive quantities of parts for and rebuild those printers. And then, like I said, mostly it's been individuals, but it's not to say that if like a small school district or maybe a small library that has like a makerspace that wanted a printer for that area, I wouldn't be against giving them one. NR, thank you very much. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. $5.99. As Joel would say, $5.99. Are you out of your mind? So, do I get all the sponsors through YouTube? I have been fortunate that, like I said, back in 2019, 2020, when I started into the hobby, I did make a lot of good friends in this community, and those friends either introduced me to these companies or these companies found me and did reach out to me. Polymaker, it's been, it would have been a year ago that I talked with Joel at Polymaker and explained to him what I was looking to do. And from there, it kind of grew into they sponsor a roll of filament on the stream once a week. So once a week, I give away a roll of filament. So today is the day. I might give away another roll tomorrow. Shh, don't tell them. But Polymaker's been really good. Micro Swiss, it's been years of working with Micro Swiss now. The first time we did anything together, I was 3 years ago at Midwest Rep Fest, which is, again, the thing that's going on in Goshen, Indiana this weekend. I brought an Ender 5, and they were just getting ready to release the NG extruder for the Ender 5s. They took one of their prototype units off of one of the printers they had there and put it on the Ender 5 that I had that I was raffling off. So a buddy of mine bought a very large amount of tickets and ended up winning that. So he had the first NG extruder for the Ender 5 that was out in the wild. Like, he got that very first one. It was out before they even had it for sale on the website. He had it. So that was my first interactions with Micro Swiss, working with them on a project. And from then it blew up into this. And now, like I said, it's been about a year now where I explained that this is what I wanted to do. This is something I'm passionate about. Micro Swiss doesn't give me brand new product. They give me what would be considered like scratch and dent or B stock stuff that is still good and functional, but maybe not put it in a retail package and sell it for full price on the website. So I don't get, there may be some blemishes in the parts, or maybe it was some demo parts that they were, it was some prototype stuff maybe, because, they were doing testing with it. But yeah, so Micro Swiss has been a good one too. And those are the two companies that I've worked with the most with this project. I've built up good relationships with Jason at LDO Motors. He's been a really good guy. He's sent me stuff. I've played around with things, done stuff. As a matter of fact, that blue frame you see right there was sent to me by Jason from LDO. Jason has sent me extruders in the past. He sent me the little Rook 2020 you see sitting right there. I got to finish building that, but we have the little Rook 2020. Once this thing is done doing what it's doing and I get it moved back to the shelves back there and get it off this rickety little table, that may be what we work on next. We'll see. Murph, like I said, I've got a couple of printers that'll be coming home with me from Murph. Probably get back into working on some of the rehab printers, getting those out to some people. And I am working on building a website for the printer rehab project, where I want to grow the community. For right now, I want to have a central place where people can go and maybe learn more about the project, what's going on. And then as time goes and we're able to open up the project and make it to be where, if you have the skills, you have the knowledge, and maybe you have the resources, and you want to become a part of this, and you just want to be able to hang out, rebuild printers, whether it's, here on stream with us or on your own streams or just at home in your own time, you want to just rebuild old printers. People in your area that have old printers would be able to go there, see that you're part of the project, that this is what you're doing, and they would be able to contact you directly to get parts to you, old printers, things like that. And then you can rebuild those printers and just give them away. It's not something that I want to open up to everyone, and it's not something that I want like-minded individuals who want to participate the same way myself and a few of my close friends that are around me with this project. I want people that are in the same boat. Like they feel the same way about this that I do, so they want to just rebuild old printers. They have the skills, the knowledge. They just want to rebuild them and give them to people and help bring more people into this community. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's what I'm thinking. So hopefully the website and stuff will get going and take off, and we'll be able to do that. There's only 15 people signed up right now, so come on, guys, get signed up. Click the little linky link over here, the little linky link over there in the chat. Click that. Still showing over 1,000 people watching. Holy shit. And Digital Dragon, brother, coming in with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, brother. Greatly appreciated. If you guys don't know who Digital Dragon is, go look up Digital Dragon here. Digital Dragon 72 here on YouTube, or go over to Twitch. He's on both. So please go over there and give him a sub, give him a follow, show him some love, because he didn't have to do that, but he did. Zyber, me too, man. I wish I lived closer, brother, because you would be one of those people that I think would really be a joy to hang out with. Not saying anything against negative against anybody else, but, you know, I think it'd be a lot of fun to, like, just pick your brain, you know? You need a haircut? Well, thank you, love. If anybody in the chat wants to hit up the PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo and send me get a haircut money and maybe get some gas and possibly a hotel room for Midwest, feel free to do that. Looks bad with the hat on. Why? Because it's all like fanned out. It's also because it's like super hot in here, love. And for the new people that are watching, by the way, honey, in case you didn't know, I currently have 1,431 individuals watching this stream right now. My likes, last I checked, my likes were over 9,000 likes on this stream. Currently it is at 9,031 likes. It is saying that there's views are 1,431. It says 38 concurrent viewers. So for some reason tonight's stream blew up, and I am not really sure why. So are you individuals doing this or some kind of organization? It's just me right now. It's just me. I'm not an organization. I'm not a nonprofit. I'm just an idiot with a webcam and a microphone who sits in his garage and just rebuilds 3D printers and gives them away. I don't get any kind of like kickbacks, returns, none of that stuff. Poity, you missed it, man. We installed the there. Let me lock this and back this thing up. Look at that. Poity, you never told me this thing is 31 inches, almost 31 inches top to bottom. This thing is freaking massive. I did leave the screen here for right now. I do have a problem with my panels, Poity, since you're the PO Poly expert. Yeah, it's 31 inches tall. Yes, it is almost 3 feet tall. But I do have a bit of an issue with my acrylics where there's like spidering through the smoke or the tinted part. There's like some spidering in several of the panels. So the panels still seem solid. They're not creaking and cracking when I was putting everything together. So I'm assuming it's just in the smoke itself, and like the tinting is what's cracking, is the coating for the tinting is my guess. But yeah. Also, honey, Digital Dragon just gifted 10 subs, or 10 gifted memberships. There we go. Oh, my wife sent me something. What am I doing? I'm streaming, but you know that now. Let me go look at something here real quick. Yep, nope, nothing there. Let me check here. Yep, that's what I thought. Let me switch that. Sign out. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm sure. Sign in. Click there. Okay. Give me just a second, guys. I gotta flip-flop something here real quick. Click here. There we go. Close that. Close that. Click there. Still only 15 people. So Gen 1 enclosure thing. That's kind of what I figured. Jason, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. Yes, Shrimp Daddy, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Guys, again, the link is pinned at the top of the chat there. We're going to give away a roll of filament. I made a smart ass comment where I said that if I got over 1,000, give me just a second, gang. Give me just a second. It's my daughter calling. I'll be right back. Boom. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, my loving wife wants a truck. So if anybody wants to donate to the Buy My Wife a Truck fund, feel free. Just know that a new truck is going for like 100 to 150K, depending on which one you get. So if anybody's got that just laying around, feel free to hit up PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, and I'll buy her a new truck tomorrow. Why not, right? Strothgar, hello. How are you? Ouch. Yeah, I mean, depending on which one she gets, I mean, it could be less. So, I mean, if somebody sent me like 100K, then I guess she just have to deal with that, right? But yeah, no. Can daughter number 3 go with friends? I don't know. I mean, I don't normally get a say in that. Normally, if I get a say in it, I say no, and then she goes anyway. So, I mean, I can say no. I mean, she doesn't feel good. She's sore from volleyball practice. You know, costs more than a house. Yeah, considering I paid 55,000 for my house and a brand new truck is almost double that or double that. Yeah, it's insane. You know, your car payment's like, 1,500, $2,000 a month for a brand new car. Hmm. She did say new truck. You are correct, Built Over Bot. Your best truck ever cost you 25 bucks. Yep. My so far my best vehicle ever cost me free. So, free is always good when family gives you a 2011 Volkswagen Jetta and it just needs a couple things like, you know. I am good. I am good. Thank you for coming and hanging out. To the 1,500 viewers that are currently here. Hi again. 33 concurrent viewers. Hi. Again, guys, click the link. We're going to go ahead and close we're going to close it up here pretty quick, but click that link right there if you would, please. I'm going to bring up the wheel of names, and then once I get the wheel of names up, then we'll get ready to go here. So let's do wheel of names. Let's clear out the current wheel because don't need to have any names in there right now. Clear that part out. Close the ads. There we go. Come back over here. You got 250 for a 97 Sonoma. It runs, and that's enough. Exactly. Beater with a heater. That's all you need, right? Point A, point B. Guy thought it didn't run. We dropped the battery and reattached the stick shift with the cotter pin. Nice. Nice, Da Vinci. Yeah, it's always nice when all it is just something simple like reattach the shifter cable and put a cotter pin in and you're good to go. It's always good. All right, gang. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, not taking any more responses. The giveaway is now closed. Let's unpin that. So let's remove that from the top there. There we go. Message retracted. No, we want to unpin it. There we go. Message unpinned. There we go. All right. Message has been removed. Let's go ahead and grab the entire list of 20 names here. All right. Right click, copy. There are 20 responses. Control V, paste them in there. There we go. GM when the auto goes, boom. Yep. All right. Let me jump over here to the right screen so you guys can see the giveaway. There it is. 20 entries up here at the top. See right there, 20 entries. There was 20 entries in the giveaway. So there we go. All right, guys. Give me a number between 1 and 20 since there's 20 entries. Let's do 1 and 20. So first person I see between 1 and 20. Maybe the next LOL. Laugh out loud. 10. 3D Medic Vince, you came in with 10, brother. So here we go. Shuffle time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And boom. Spin the wheel, and let's see who the lucky winner is tonight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, NR, you're the winner. Is it NAR or just NR? But either way, you are the winner. I have your email. I will get the code and I will get that sent off to you so I don't dox anybody. I usually try to do these while I'm streaming. So before I wrap the stream, let me go over here and let's remove that. Let's click here. Let's go find your email address so that we can get that sent to you. And then I will go get it. Let me find you in the list here. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Could be a she. I don't know. I do apologize. There you are. All right. I now understand. Looking at your email, I now understand. I now get. That now it makes sense. The username now makes sense. All right. Anyway, let's copy your email address. Let's go over here. Let's go to the email. Close that. Click here. Click here. Let's go to compose. Control V. Paste that in there. Subject. You are the wiener. I do type wiener because I'm just a weirdo like that. Yeah, it didn't click in my head, but I'll just start calling you near. How's that? Is near good? Can I just say near and be good? Because I'm uneducated American. Sorry. Let's get you your code though. Give me just a moment here. Let's click here. Go here. Go here. Scroll down to here. Click here. Click this. Today, one, submit. All right, bear with me here just a few while I wait for the information to be sent back to me. And then once it gets sent back to me, then I will get it sent to you. And here comes my daughter. For those who've never met her, I'm sure she's going to come out here and hang out and say fun, exciting things.
No, I came out here to tell you goodbye.
Oh, you're leaving me?
Yeah.
So you're going to go hang out with your friends?
Yeah.
You want to say hi to 1,510 people?
Yeah, but I'm going out with my friends.
Yeah, and when will you be back?
That doesn't matter.
You are 16. It does matter.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Nope.
Digital Dragon says hi. It does matter.
Nope.
It always matters.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
No. It also doesn't matter who I'm going with.
Yeah, I already know who you're going with, and I don't like him, and you know that.
Who?
A certain boy that we don't like.
Name drop. I bet you're wrong.
The name that rhymes with bus.
Actually, no.
Oh, actually, no. So we have a date then? Is that what it is?
I'm not going on a date.
You're going out with a boy.
I didn't say a boy.
You better not be going out with boys, plural.
Boys, and that doesn't matter.
You better not be you and some boys going out.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It better be you and some girls too.
No.
You don't need to be going and hanging out with boys.
It doesn't matter.
Plural. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Ask chat. Guys, should a 16-year-old girl be going to hang out with a bunch of boys?
Said it doesn't matter.
Mom is also a naive woman too. Like, I love Mom, but she is naive. She thinks the best of everyone.
I'm joking. I'm going with Taylor and Hunter.
Okay. That's better. See, boys are trouble. Look. No. See this? Look. It does. It always does. See? Look at this.
You spelled trouble wrong.
I didn't spell trouble wrong. Paul spelled trouble wrong. All right, hold on. Near. I just sent you your code and the link. Click the link, take that code, copy it in there, and then they will send you your coupon for your $35 towards filament or whatever.
I'm going out with Taylor and Hunter.
That's fine. You have fun being the third wheel there.
Well, No, mom said that it was fine, and then mom told me to come out here.
And harass me.
Yes.
Yeah, and harass me. Yeah. Because mom thinks it's funny to give me a damn heart attack.
Yeah.
You know, the day that I really do have a heart attack, your mom is going to feel really bad. She is. She's going to be like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. At least I think she would. I could be wrong. She might be like, it's about damn time. We tend to snoop and track the kids. Yeah, we do too. It's her fault that we have Life 360 because Flighty back here says, hey, I'm going to go hang out with this friend. And then we find out she's been to like 8 different friends' houses and she's staying at the wrong friend that she told us she was going to be at this friend's house and she's staying at this friend's house. So yeah, little Miss Flighty back here is the reason why we got Life 360. So we know where she's at. Huh?
Yeah, kids are kids.
Yes. You did the heart attack. It was calming. Yeah, I think, Steven, I think when I have mine is when I'll probably be at my I just don't give a shit phase. Like right now, for the most part, I am. Like realistically, I knew she wasn't going to be going out with a group of boys because even her mother wouldn't let her. Where is her respect for me? She has some.
I have a lot.
She has some. You made the hand gesture and you made my camera freak out. Yes, you make hand gestures and my camera freaks out. But if I go like this, see, will it focus on you? Here, wait, let me do this. Ready? See, now it's focused on you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Go that way and watch what happens.
I know it follows me.
See? And then I can do this, and then I can go like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then this way. But there, they want to see your pretty face. Shipping to Germany is going to be fun. If you can't, if they can't ship to you, then we'll figure something else out. But yeah, you'll have to let me know. I don't know if they ship to Germany or not. I probably should have double checked that beforehand. I'm sorry. But hopefully they will. Hopefully they've got somebody over there they can get it to you. And if they can't, then let me know and we'll figure something else out. Yes. Yeah, I know, Stephen, right? That's that's the scare the shit out of her kind of a thing, you know. 16, Paul. She is only 16. There's the print so far, guys. Looking pretty good. Homepage is giving you a big no just from the IPs I'm visiting with. Haha. Well, Near, we'll have to figure something else out. You now have my email address. We'll figure something out and we'll get you. We'll get you something. You won, so we'll get you something. We'll figure it out. Yes. So if you can't use the code, then that's fine. Otherwise, you know, if you got a friend you can pass it on to them. There are resellers in Germany. Yeah. I don't know if that code will work in Germany though. But if there are, you can definitely try it. I don't think that that'll work, but we can figure something out. We can get it squared away. Is the camera built that way, or did you make it and code it? No, Maha, that's actually the camera that's in the printer. The printer runs Clipper, and there's a way to copy the URL for the camera and then paste it as a browser overlay in OBS Studio, which is what I use for my streams. So I just copy the URL link for the camera stream and paste it in as a browser, and there you go. But yeah, as for the camera itself, if you're talking about this camera that moves around and stuff, that's OBS Bot. Yeah. It's an OBS Bot camera. It's they've got their own software that does the facial tracking and hand gestures and all that stuff. You can get these things on Amazon for, I think it's like $150. It's the OBSBot or OBS Bot Lite something or another. Tiny 2. There we go. Tiny 2 Lite. There we go. I have the box sitting on my desk still. See? It's this guy. It's like $150 on Amazon. If you guys want, I'll post a I can post an affiliate link. Otherwise, just go to Amazon, look it up. Well, I'll be back to the mail, figure out the filament. I'm go to bed. It's 2:30. All right, yeah. Hey, get to bed, get some sleep, man. 2:30 in the morning is definitely no joke. Get some sleep. You know, you need to set up a stream cam for all the prints or for the printing you've been doing on the. Oh yeah, for the inertia. Yeah, the inertia cube. But yes, that'd be cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump back to the big camera here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We've been going for 3 hours, 25 minutes, so it'll be 3.5 hours. We got the enclosure built and put on there. I'm printing the parts. At some point, will stream tomorrow, and we'll put the parts in. We'll mount all the plasticky bits to hold the side panels and the back panel. We'll get all those screwed into place. That way, the panels don't fluctuate so much. Yeah. Something like 300 or 150 prints. Damn. Yeah. It'd be fun to like stream that and have fun with it. Again, gang, thank you for coming and hanging out. Don't forget Linktree down below with the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. If you think I need a haircut or you want to help me get to Midwest Rough Rap Fest, feel free to send cash to those. Otherwise, memberships are always a good thing if you want to either gift one or get one. There's always super chats, super stickers, all those fun things too. I do have some merch. I never really talk about it, but there is some MakerMind Nexus merch. If you want to click the merch link and go check it out, there's like shirts and like a couple t-shirts and I think a hoodie and a coffee mug. So feel free to check those out. But that being said, gang, I do thank you all for coming and hanging out. Is the Ender 3, or is the Creality Ender 3 a good startup printer? Today's world, not really. But if you're somebody who likes to tinker and wants to build a printer and get to know a printer, yes, definitely. But for the price tag anymore, you can get printers like the Elegoo Centauri Carbon for, sub 300 or right at the $300 mark. And my understanding, I don't have one yet, but one is coming. So we will have one on the channel at some point. But when it gets here, it'll be here. We'll be using it, playing around with it. So that's always a good way to go. Like Digital Dragon said, the Bamboo Labs A1 is always another good one too, if you're looking. But yeah, the Centauri Carbon is probably going to be my recommendation if you're looking for like a more open, not open source, because I guess the Centauri Carbon does have a closed source firmware on it that they're running, that they designed or set up, but still. You've got Batch 3 Centauri Carbon, and it is an amazing machine so far. Digital Dragon, that is awesome. Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine. I don't know when the company that is sponsoring that will be getting it and sending it my way. As a cryptic side note, if you're in the US and you're looking to buy stuff, check out Fabrico.com. There's some crypticness there. If you can put things together, you can probably put things together. But no, that being said, guys, I do thank you all for coming and hanging out. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, happy 3D printing and all those things. And don't forget, an old printer is better than no printer. I'm probably going to stream tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to put it out there. I might just fire up a stream and go. So if you're not subbed, consider subbing, ring the bell so you know. And other than that, have a good night, guys. I'm going to go spend some time with my family. Bye, guys.